Hey everyone, how's everyone doing today? I'm doing well. Today I wanted to do a video about the 10 card kit from SimonsSaysStamp.com. This is a neat little kit that enables you to make 10 cards. Each month, Simons Says Stamp sends out the kit, and it has stamps and the cards and different tools that you need. And this month, they sent the Distress Oxide ink in Blue Lagoon and lemonade, squeezed lemonade. They also sent this cool little blending tool. You get some ideas and then a list of everything that you're to get. A couple of envelopes, this 6x6 paper pad, this cute butterfly stencil, and this awesome stamp set. Love it. And then here are the cardstock that you get, and we got a piece of foil paper. There was 5 cardstocks, all in very nice quality cardstock too. Very nice. I feel that it is well worth the money. I got the subscription because I do want to try to make cards. I'm new at making cards, and I figured that a kit would help me because, one, it will help to establish my tools, it'll get my products up, and it also, it all goes together, so there's kind of no guessing at first. You do have to come up with your designs, but at least you'll have all the tools together, so it's really cool. I think I'm going to dig it. So the first thing I did was take my blue cardstock, cut it in half, which 5.5 inches, and then I'm going to score it at 4.25 inches to create my card itself. And the first card that I made, I've got this cute little wreath die that I got from Wish.com, and I already cut out just a plain white piece from watercolor paper, and that is what this is as well, as watercolor paper, just a piece of scrap. And I'm using picked raspberry and wild honey distressed ink and doing one of my favorite techniques, and that's just smushing it all together and getting beautiful colors. And once that is dried, I'm going to go through my die machine with my die to create another wreath with those colors. And with the white wreath, I'm about to dye it with the green Pilled Paint because I wanted it green. What I'm going to end up doing is with the peachy color, I want those to be the flower because this wreath has flowers in it. But of course, when you do them, they're taken out. But I want to put them back in, but I wanted to put them back in with color. So that's why I'm running it through the die machine twice. So here, I just use this little tool to help get out all those little pieces. And I'm putting more green on it just to make it a little darker. I'm using a piece of double-sided tape sheet, a sheet of it, and I'm going to cut off some to put on the back of the green wreath so that it'll be easier for the petals to stick to that, and then I can peel off the back to put it actually on my card. It took probably 15 minutes for me to put all the petals in, because once you kind of, figure out which shape went to what petal, it was kind of easy to go ahead and put it in. I love the way that this turned out. It is so cute and so pretty. I just really loved it. And this tool that I got, it helps out a lot because they're little small pieces. So but yeah, it worked very well. Here I'm taking the backing off, and I will just stick that to the front of my card once it all gets done. Then what I want to do is I want to put the sentiment in. Well, first I'm going to do my butterfly out of the stamp. And I just used a piece of the 6x6 paper. I like the fruity striped of it. But now what I want to do is I want to put it in the platform to do my sentiment, which says "Stay strong." This is where I've learned something. If you have small lettering like this, I don't think embossing is a very good idea. I don't emboss right here. Here I am using my Colorbox black ink. But then I thought, okay, well, I'm going to emboss it. So I do give my verse mark, and I emboss it with black embossing powder. However, it ends up kind of running together and you really then cannot make out what it says. So lesson learned, I don't think embossing is very good for small lettering. So I've learned that lesson. So there I'm just embossing it. And I was a little afraid because because of the way the wreath is, some of that double-sided tape was kind of poking through, and I was afraid that embossing powder would get on there, but it didn't. So here I'm just going to take my butterfly and put some 3D foam tape on the wings and kind of poke him up off of the card to set him on the wreath. And I just love him. I think he's so cute. And then what I want to do is I've got some of my silver spray, and I made this myself with just alcohol and shimmer eyeshadow from the Dollar Tree. And I just used a brush and just brushed it on, and it's kind of like Wink of Stella. It ends up giving it a, shimmery, glittery look in the end. So I was like, okay, that looks really cool. And then the final thing that I will do is get a couple of turquoise gems or aqua gems, and I will put it in those little round parts on the butterfly. Oh, I did end up going over the wording with my gel pen because like I said, it just ran together, and I wanted you to be able to see that it says stay strong. And here are the gems that I'm putting on with glue dots. So, and in the end, I think he turned out too cute. The butterfly is too cute. So that was my card number 1. I think it turned out pretty cute. Again, learning curve, learn something new, but I love the wreath. I think the wreath turned out so pretty. Oh yeah, stickles in the middle. Got to give it a little bling in the middle. So yeah, I loved that first card. Now my second card, what I did is use just white cardstock and made the card base. I took my circular die cuts and cut the circle out on the yellow piece of paper after I made a panel out of it. And then I took a piece of acetate and cut out 2 circles of those, a little bit bigger than the window there, because I'm going to make a shaker. But first what I want to do is I want to put my sentiment in, which is thinking of you. And again, I'm going to emboss. So I used the Ranger Rose Gold embossing powder there. Ooh, love it, love it. So I'm going to use that to emboss it. And I actually used a dryer sheet to go over the acetate, and I don't know why I didn't think to do it on the card first, because some of that powder, as you can see, it kind of stains it, I guess. I tried to get rid of it with the brush, but it didn't quite work. So I think next time I'm going to try using the dryer sheet, because it worked like a charm on the acetate to keep that glitter from popping up. You'll see that in a little bit. But so I embossed it, and I loved that color. It's so gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So there I'm trying to get that powder off again. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my window. And there, again, I'm using the dryer sheet. And so I'm using my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to put the acetate down. Normally I use double-sided tape, but we're talking a circle. That's kind of hard. So the glue is easier. And then I'm going to use my 3M foam tape to go around the circle, and I just ended up cutting smaller pieces to go around. And the way I looked at it, as long as it was near the edge and together, I think we were going to be okay. And so far, so good. It worked out fine. So again, I'm just putting the tape all the way around the window, and then I will take the backing off of that and then put that second acetate circle on top of it after I put all my goodies in there. And this is from Recollections. I love it. I love doing these shakers. This I think I got from Amazon. If you look in the nail art area, that's where you'll find these things. It took me forever to figure that out. Some of these, I think I got that at the scrapbooking convention. So, and I even put just regular glitter in there. And again, now I'm putting the other double-sided or the other acetate window over. Now, some of that double-sided or some of the foam tape still was sticky, but I wanted to make sure it was gonna stick. So I just used a piece of tape 4 times, as you'll see, on the corners, just to make sure that it will stay on onto my card. I loved the way that this turned out. I think it turned out too cute, and you could just stay right there. That would be good, but oh no, I didn't do that. No, not me. No, I always have to take it a step further. So I end up getting one of the butterfly stamps to put on the edge of the circle, and it's the one that's kind of like half. There he is. He is so cute. So in here I'm thinking, I want, are these little dashes? That would look cute, but I just couldn't make it work. But so I take the cute little butterfly and I'm going to stamp him with my color box black ink, just to, because I'm going to end up using my La Plume markers on him to color him in. And this is watercolor paper again, because I will be using the water brush on it to color him in. So I'm using the platform because after I color him, I'm going to go back and emboss him. But right now, I'm just going to be using the pinks and the purples out of this kit to color him. And I got the markers from Joann's. They were on sale. They're still on sale, as far as I know. Everything was 50% off, so I felt like that was a pretty good deal. So, and I love these colors. They are so vibrant. I love them. They are very springy. And in the end, you'll end up seeing, especially after I emboss him, because I'm going to emboss him with the black embossing powder. Oh my gosh, it looks like stained glass. It is so gorgeous. I'm in love with it. So I think I'll probably do that again, because I am going to be doing this every Wednesday. So I want to make all 10 cards. So I'll be doing like 3 this week, 3 next week, and then on the 3rd week I'll end up doing 4 so that we get all 10 cards in. So there's plenty of time to play around and to have fun with this kit. I'm excited about this. The more I do it, the more confidence I feel, because as you'll see as I keep going on, the cards, in my opinion, or in my thought, they get a little bit, like the first card looked okay. This one looks pretty cool. The 3rd one that I'm going to do looks really cool. So, so here I went ahead and embossed him. I didn't show that because, I've showed embossing like a million times. So I just took my foam squares and put them on there to lift him up a little bit. And then that's it. With the card. Oh, I did put a little gem in his wing just to give him a little bling. I got to do that. But yeah, it's gorgeous. I love that card. I feel like something else could have been on that card, but I like it. So now for my 2nd card, I took the remaining of the blue and made the card with it. And I'm doing a top card. And then I took a piece of, now this is cardstock that I took, and I used a die cut to cut it out. And I'm using my distressed ink. I don't know why I didn't use the oxide one. I guess I could have. I just didn't think about it. But I'm going to try to remember to use that on my next card somehow. But so as you see, I took the stencil and put the ink in. Now what I'm doing is I got my gloss medium here, my gloss gel, and I'm going to put glitter in it. I did this on one of my art journal pieces and loved it. So I had blue there, but I was afraid it may clash, so I just went with the clear, and it turned out so cool. I love doing this. I'll probably do this a lot. But what's so cool about this stencil is, as you can see, you have the regular, and then now you have the detailed one to go with it. So you can do stuff like this. So it's amazing. I love it. I just love it. Now I'm stamping the sentiment in the same color, the distressed ink. what was the ocean? I think it was the one. And so I have to stamp it a couple of times because I didn't feel like that was a good crisp look. So I'm glad I used my platform for that. And so yeah, so I go ahead and do that, and I'm going to use my ATG to adhere it to the card itself. And I love that. It's just so simple, but so pretty. But I was like, oh, it needs something. It needs something like little swoopies and dashes. And so I end up taking a giant leap and doing them by hand. I was so scared to do this by hand, but it worked out and it looks so cool. That looked so cool to me. But then I was like, no, we're not done. So then I put little stickle drops on it to kind of just finish it out. And that's it. So those are my 3 cards for this week. I enjoyed this. I hope you did too. Please like the video, share it, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And thank y'all so much for your support. I truly appreciate it. I hope y'all had a good day. Y'all be good to one another. Bye.